Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another show. It is Sports Scene Live from Brewbachers, and we are here on Sunday afternoon to tape the show. We've got corporate sponsor Quality Concrete. I want to make sure we say that correctly. We've also got, of course, Brewbachers going to be hosting the show, so we really look forward to being here. Beautiful day today, hopefully like that the rest of the season as well. We'll be talking to the coaches, so stay with us. A lot to talk about as the season openers have been underway.
Quality contractors use Quality Concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on Quality Concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come. Go with the best. Go with Quality Concrete. Call or scan this code today for a free estimate.
The newest remodel restaurant in Gonzales is Brewbachers. Come see us at the same location, serving a variety of food with an exciting new menu to tempt your taste buds. Bring all your friends and meet on the patio. You'll enjoy the big screen TVs throughout the restaurant. There's something for everyone. The best hamburgers, po' boy, salads, and delicious steaks, as well as daily lunch specials. See why family and friends enjoy meeting at Brewbachers.
Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marchand's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marchand's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist, you got it made.
Gronyard Furniture and Appliance has top name brands like Ashley, Sealy, Lazy Boy, Maytag, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Toshiba, KitchenAid, Stearns & Foster, Serta, Speed Queen, and more. Gronyard's in Donaldsonville.
Everywhere we go, people want to know
who we are.
So we tell them, we're Cypress Roofing. Everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are. So we tell them, we're Cypress Roofing. We're Cypress Roofing.
Call us today for your free evaluation.
Josh?
Call today, 225-450-5507.
Bertrand's Pharmacy has been providing personal medication counseling for over 30 years. Andy and Jeannie Bertrand, registered pharmacists, honor many prescription plans. Bertrand's is open Monday through Saturday. Phone 644-5641. Bro Welding and Industrial Supply prides themselves on same-day delivery. Customer service is our #1 priority. They deliver on time, every time. Bro Company, serving the area for over 30 years. On the web at broco.com. See Foti Financial Services for all your money needs. They have loans for any worthwhile purpose. Auto, furniture, appliance, home improvement, and vacation loans. Celebrating over 50 years of service, Foti Financial Services. See Gonzales Military for a big selection of kids' camo and cold weather gear. They carry clothes, rain gear, rubber boots, headgear, belts, and more. Gonzales Military, just off Burnside across from Lamandolas. Sanama Muffler and Brake has been serving the Sanama area for many years doing exhaust work, brake, tune-ups, air conditioning, and general auto repair. Call Sanama Muffler for all of your repair needs. 644-2564. When you're serious about appliance repair, call Hitman. They offer reliable professional repair for a wide range of household and commercial appliances. They'll have you back up and running in no time. Hitman Services.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Larry Manson here with you with Coach O, David Oliver, to talk about the Sanama Gators. It is football season. We've got Saints and college, and now the high schools are underway as well, so everybody's playing, and it's good to get back to football.
It's great to get back to football. It was exciting to get a game in. You know, there was a lot of adversity going into the week. We lost our best player to a torn ACL, a suspected torn ACL on Wednesday at practice, and we had some weather stuff. But and then we had Bird, a very good football team from Shreveport, come in, and it was raining all night. But I want to make it clear that the rain didn't impact the way we played. We just played very poorly, and made too many mistakes to win and lost 26-10 in the season opener. We played well enough for about 75% of the game on both sides of the ball and special teams to win. We just, you play an option team that controls the clock and controls the ball, and when you commit 4 turnovers on offense and then miss 2 chip shot field goals in 11 drives, it's going to be hard to win. And our kids played hard. They just didn't play smart. We got a lot of stuff to correct going into Cecilia, but it was nice to get out and get the season started. I wish the result was different, but we got some work to do, and we'll get those things corrected.
All you coaches have told me that you learn more or you improve more after the first game. Do you feel that way as well? I mean,
well, I do and I don't. We got a lot of things to correct this year. Sometimes, we got the kind of team, I think, we got 6 or 7 sophomores that are starting. So, looking at the season, I hope this is a game that when we get into the meat of our district schedule, week 7, 8, 9, and 10, that we got a lot better football team than we have now once these guys get some game experience under their belt. They're going from Tuesday night football at 5:30 to Friday night football at 7. They're not even the Tuesday 7 o'clock game. These guys are going straight from freshman football up, those 6 or 7 guys. And like I said, they played hard, and we got no one to blame but ourselves. Our defense played great for first 2.5 quarters. We had the ball 6 different times at the 50-yard line or plus territory, and we came away with 3 points. And that's a recipe for disaster when you're playing against a ball control team that's extremely well coached. I got Coach Balu and his fans, and they brought down 2 charter buses of players and 6 charter buses of band, cheerleaders, and fans, and they were ready for the game, and they brought that to us. And we're going to have to learn how to play in that environment with the team that we have, and we're going to do that.
Weather was bad all week, and it was certainly bad on Friday night. Some games were moved to the dome. Did you have an option to be able to move your game?
No, we were really kind of, to use a poker term, pot committed with those guys coming from Shreveport. We, once they left Shreveport, we were either getting it in or we weren't playing it because of the distance of, 5.5 hours. So, it was good to get it played. That was a good quality opponent, and, playing good people, I think, helps you get better as the year goes on. And, like I said, if it would have been lightning or something bad enough, we'd have had to cancel the game, and there's no way they would have come back, or we'd have gone to Shreveport, or we'd have met in Alexandria or something. That doesn't happen. It's a little different if it's Gonzales and Baton Rouge. You can get together and play Saturday sometime, but with the travel and the money involved and all that stuff, it wasn't going to happen. So it was good to get a game under our belt. We needed to play, and so hopefully, like you said, you asked, do you improve more between week 1 or week 2? I'm hoping that playing a very good week 1 opponent is going to get us ready for a very good week 2 opponent is Cecilia.
Do you make up the schedule as far as that goes? I mean, I know you got district games, and those are made up pretty well set up, but as far as your games leading into the district play? Yeah,
the athletic directors, which in Ascension Parish are all the head football coaches, make those schedules, and so we had Bird, and Cecilia I think is a great test. They replaced Opelousas on our schedule, and of course both those teams played in the Dome last year with Opelousas winning the championship. And Cecilia does a great job. They got great skill players on offense, and they got a very, very unorthodox style of defense. Whether you call it the scramble, the amoeba defense is where, they got like 7 guys standing up within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, but they don't line up in any kind of defensive front, and then they just kind of attack your offensive front. So, we got some work to do to get ready for that. And, they're a little undersized on defense, so they covered up with their uniqueness.
You say you got what, 7 or 8 starters that are sophomores?
Yeah, we're very young now. Look, when I say they're sophomores, one's 6'4", 285, one's 6'3", 245. I mean, they're big young kids, and they're going to be outstanding Gators. And they might even be that this year. They just are growing into the Friday night stuff. It happens a little faster on Friday night. I thought they did great for their first starts, and the guys that made mistakes weren't those sophomores. these were veterans that made mistakes. You know, we threw interceptions. We had a bad exchange between the quarterback, and then we missed two. Like I said, you know, kicking. We knew that special teams and replacing Easton Jarrow, that was a punter, kicker, kickoff guy, and a slot receiver, was going to be difficult. And you know, we're going through some growing pains on that. I thought we did a great job in the kicking off part of it, you know, and then the kick coverage, and then the punt part of it. But you know, the field goal team needs some work, and you know, we're going to have to. That's one of the things that we're going to have to address this coming week.
You talk about growing pains. I can't imagine these guys being that big, that young. When I was in high school, a 200-pounder was automatically a lineman. He wasn't a back. The backs were 140, 150, maybe 180 if you're lucky. But yeah, times have changed over the years.
It has, and you know, that was, I tell you what, that was two, you know, Bird for sure, and us, I'd like to think, two pretty good looking 5A football teams on the interior line. And you know, they were big and they were physical, and you know, once we started playing into their hands, you know, and I'm gonna give them credit, because you know, they let us make mistakes. And you know, a lot of high school games, I've always told our team, is I think teams lose more games than they actually win. And I think we went out and they kind of let us lose it for ourselves with making mistakes. Now, they certainly put the pressure on us to where we couldn't, you know, execute. But you know, we made the mistakes, and they took advantage with their style of football. And you know, they got a good team. They're going to make some noise this year.
I guess when you lose like that too, the attention span increases a good bit for your players. I mean, when they come back to practice, they're a little more focused, I would think.
Yeah, I
hope
think
so.
I'm hoping for a great week of practice. I'm hoping that we can get into some routine with the weather and stuff like this. We had a couple days where we had to modify stuff and go in the gym last week, so it doesn't seem like that on the early weather reports. It seems like it's going to be kind of a wet week, so we'll see. You know, it would be nice to have a veteran team in that situation, but I'm proud of the team that we got. I'm excited to coach them, and I think you'll see a different group of Gators coming out next week.
Quality contractors use quality concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on quality concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come. Go with the best. Go with quality concrete. Call or scan this code today for a free estimate.
The UPS Store is not just a shipping store. We're the shipping store. The Leave the Packing to Us store. The We Understand This is more than a package store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. The Peace of Mind store. We're the right around the corner. Go to We Ship It All store. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. When we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So find your local store today and ship with confidence.
If you're from Louisiana, you know that doing things the right way matters. Around here, that means creating a great restaurant and something more. People know that at Don's, they'll always have fresh Louisiana seafood. They'll always be part of our family and part of a proud Don's seafood tradition. It's what makes us Louisiana's original Cajun restaurant.
Industrial Marine Valve is proud to support local athletics. They offer valve, pumps, and repair services. They're located at 715 South Sunny Avenue in Gonzales. Phone 644-9220.
Everywhere we go, people want to know.
Who we are.
So we tell them. We're Cypress Roofing. Everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are. So we tell them. We're Cypress Roofing. We're Cypress Roofing.
Call us today for your free evaluation.
Josh?
Call today, 225-450-5507.
Hey folks, Craig at DeLone Supermarket with my main man Rod. We just want to let you know that we sell certified Angus beef, fresh produce, deli. Check out our Facebook ad at DeLoneSupermarket.com for our specials, and thanks for watching Sports Scene.
See Gonzales Military for a big selection of kids' camo and cold weather gear. They carry clothes, rain gear, rubber boots, headgear, belts, and more. Gonzalez Military, just off Burnside across from Lamandolas. Abear Steel Incorporated, Gonzalez and Baton Rouge, offers structural steel fabrication. Abear Steel is a proud supporter of all high school sports in this area. Phone 644-5316 or 291-2144. For your next party or get-together, don't forget the ice. Pick up or order from a locally owned company. Bateman's Ice of Sanama. They deliver and supply storage boxes too. Bateman's Ice, the clink makes the drink. Sanama Muffler and Brake is a lot more than the name implies. They do exhaust, brakes, general auto repair, tune-ups, diagnostics, air conditioning, and tires. Sanama Muffler and Brake. Whatever the problem, we can fix it.
Welcome back. Guy Mistretta joins us now to talk Dusttown Griffins football and a 31-6 victory over Madison Prep. I don't know anything about Madison Prep. Where are they from?
They're Baton Rouge. They're a charter school down, North Baton Rouge, around Estroma capital area. Really big physical team. Always a lot of talent. They're generally in the discussion in 3A. They're always up there. I think they finished in the quarterfinals last year. They've been in the Dome several times. Well-coached team with Landry Williams.
Sounds like they might be a very smart school. I mean, upbeat school.
They're a very talented team. That's all I know. And they gave us all we needed in the first half. I think the fact that they're 3A and we're 5A made a difference in the second half, and we kind of leaned on them and got our feet under us and played much better in the second half than we did the first.
Well, you put 31 up, and you held your opponent to 6, so you got to be pretty happy about both sides of the ball.
Perfectly honest, I'm not happy with either side of the ball, but that's the way it goes in the first week of the season, right?
Yeah.
It's always the most frustrating game of the year for coaches. You can do everything you can to prepare your team as you go through the off season and the preseason, but until they're under the lights, especially with all these new starters, until they're under the lights, you don't know how they're going to react and respond. I'm very happy with the effort.
But you're a coach, and all coaches seem to be that way. You can win 40-0, and you'll find something wrong.
And again, early in the year, it doesn't take much effort to find something wrong, right? Because you're making those mistakes, but that comes. Everybody deals with the same thing.
Yeah. Are you more concerned about your offense or your defense, or just overall?
You throw special teams in there too. I'm worried about all three of them. But we're going to get it fixed, right? So I can tell you this: the effort and the competitive spirit, I wasn't upset with. We played hard. We've got a lot to fix, but again, every team in the state can tell you the same thing. We've got a lot to work on, and we'll get to it and we'll get better.
How does the schedule change up with a new team being added to the district?
Yeah, so we're on a 2-year cycle, so it's usually a home and away. That said, Madison Prep doesn't have a home field, so they'll come to us this year and next. But yeah, we start that early in the season, a year ahead of time, and the preseason we kind of figure it out. It's difficult sometimes. We have a bye in the middle of district this year. We have an odd number team, so we have a bye in week 6 that we weren't able to fill. You just kind of deal with it.
You stay at 10 games? I mean, you don't go to 11?
10 regular season games is the max you can have in Louisiana.
Okay. I thought maybe with the district expanding, you might be.
No, you still have the same 10 weeks. We'll start district in week 4 instead of week 6, and then everybody has a bye. I believe the other teams in the district were all able to fill theirs. We weren't able to fill ours.
When you prepare during the week, do you start off with like Thursday and Friday maybe being not Friday game day, Thursday being only no pads, or do you keep pads early in the year?
No, that's the way we do it. So we're never full gear once we get into the season. We're shells, just shoulder pads and helmets on Monday through Wednesday. Thursday's just helmets. Some people have, and it's a new trend, a lot of people are going, they'll take the easy day on Wednesday and then go back to shoulder pads on Thursday to kind of amp up toward the game. We haven't got to that point yet, although we are investigating that.
I was watching something on TV over the weekend that showed old games, and they didn't have the face masks on the helmets. And I'm thinking, I remember those days. I mean, I remember when teams played like that. But today, I can't imagine playing without a face mask. I mean, I just can't even think of it.
You know, the game is so, the athletes are so big and fast now compared to back then.
Yeah.
My dad and I talked about that a lot. Of course, he played at that time. So it's.
I mean, they had to have a lot of broken noses, I would think.
There was a lot of injuries, but I can tell you a lot of people think maybe it did help with, you know, using proper technique on tackling. You don't want to stick your face in there. Go head to head, right?
Yeah, I can't. And watching college games these days, the last few weeks, I've been watching those games, and they have some needless penalties. I mean, ridiculous penalties. I guess there's player control type stuff. I mean, just
you know, there's a big push in football in general at all levels, and it starts with the NFL on down. They've really got to make the sport safer, to continue the sport for longevity purposes. And you know, it's a good thing, but it is changing the game. You know, and you got a lot of old timers that
like touch football almost. See, another thing is the kickoffs in the NFL. I hope they never go to that kind of system in high school. I mean, that's a goofy looking kickoff. I don't like it.
Well, it's different, and people will adjust to it, and they'll get used to it. You know, watch the Saints opening kickoff this year. They almost broke one, which I wasn't sure that was going to happen. So everyone will adjust, but they're doing it to protect the sport, and that's what you got to remember. So. It's the groups that pay attention and adapt the best are going to be the most successful, I reckon.
I don't want you to give away any of your secrets or any of your game plan type stuff, but I got to ask you a question. If you've got a 4th and 1, and you're within, say, the 40-yard line or something, you say it's too far for a field goal, too short to punt, the play you put in, would you put in a 2-point conversion play at that point?
It's a similar thought process, correct.
Oh, okay.
You know, at the same time, with the extra area that you have, a lot of people like to take the shot, you know, because the defense is normally going to
jam up and.
That's right. So sometimes they'll leave a one-on-one, and if you got the right personnel matchup, you know, you'll take that shot in that situation.
I saw a safety blitz over the weekend I have not seen in a long time, where the safety is actually charging the line while the guy's calling the plays. It just keeps right on going. That used to be the only way the safety blitz was. But
so you'll see a lot of fake on that as well. A lot of guys pressuring the line of scrimmage and then dropping late because there's so many checks now.
I don't know. The game has changed and evolved over time. What do you think the biggest difference is from the time when you played and the time that you see now, or even when your dad played it?
You know, a big thing just in the last 20 years or so is the 7-on-7 incorporation, so that you're getting athletes. It's spreading out. You're getting better quarterback play, better receiver play, better defensive back play, and the game's spreading out a lot more.
Quality contractors use quality concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on quality concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come. Go with the best. Go with quality concrete. Call or scan this code today for a free estimate.
The newest remodel restaurant in Gonzales is Brewbacher's. Come see us at the same location, serving a variety of food with an exciting new menu to tempt your taste buds. Bring all your friends and meet on the patio. You'll enjoy the big screen TVs throughout the restaurant. There's something for everyone. The best hamburgers, po' boys, salads, and delicious steaks, as well as daily lunch specials. See why family and friends enjoy meeting at Brewbacher's.
Brakes for Less is your new stop for quality car maintenance and repair. We'll beat any written estimate by 15%. That covers a wide variety of services, including brakes, tires, oil changes, tune-ups, suspension, shocks, struts, and air conditioning to keep the right temperature. Brakes for Less is dedicated to saving you money. And when you visit, you'll be as comfortable as possible while you wait. Stop by Brakes for Less in Baton Rouge on O'Neill Lane or in Gonzales on Airline, where we'll beat any written estimate by 15%. Guaranteed.
Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marchand's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marchand's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
So you guys want to come over later? Oh, I'd love to, but we'll schedule to catch the flu.
You can't really schedule your illness.
Yeah.
That's why we work around your schedule. Lake Urgent Care.
Monogramming Unlimited is just what it says. They do embroidery, silk screening, advertising specialties, awards, business cards, plaques, and sublimation. Call Monogramming Unlimited for all of your needs in Gonzales.
Bailey's is world famous for its andouille. Try their sausage, hoghead cheese, boudin, tasso, and smoked chickens. Look for the Sausage Man on Airline Highway LaPlace or visit baileysandouille.com.
If you've been in an accident, Guillory's Collision Center will assist you to obtain a rental car with your insurance company and cut through all the red tape. They're honest people that care about your total satisfaction. Call Guillory's today.
Welcome back to Brewbachers once again. Boy, a beautiful day, and we're out here on the patio out back at Brewbachers and ready to talk Prairieville Hurricanes football with Michael Schmidt. This is a first. Well, not a first. We've interviewed you before.
Yes, we have.
But it is a first for the season.
Yes.
Your home stadium, the eye, I like that, but the eye of the Hurricanes, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty good. Yeah, it looks good out there, and it's definitely kind of fitting to the whole community and where it sits. It's pretty neat.
Well, tell us about this first game. I don't know anything about the team that you played.
Thrive is just a smaller school. They're a 1A school in Baton Rouge, Magnet type school. When they decided to play, it was before I was even hired. It might have been last year about this time when they talked about it. So I think we initially thought that we'd be pretty small and we'd be kind of coming together. But reality is, over the last 3 months, the school has really blown up, and we got a ton of kids out for the program, and so it's been good for us. Thrive has some good athletes. Had about 14 seniors on there, and I think we have about 7 or 8 seniors. But they just, they were a smaller team, whereas our numbers are a little bit bigger.
I might mention he's got a basketball shirt on, but he is the AD as well. So
yes.
I wanted to mention that, not just the head football coach.
For sure.
The looking at this team, you got a sophomore quarterback. I don't know if that's still the same.
Yes, sir.
I had written that down, and only one senior on defense. But you do have some senior players, as you mentioned.
We do have senior players, and they play a vital role in what we're doing. But I would say we're 90% underclassmen. Mostly sophomores. We have a few freshmen that start for us. The first ever touchdown scored was by a freshman running back, Taj Wallace. So yeah, we have a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing, a few juniors and very few seniors. So yeah, we're a very young team.
We expected the team to be young. In fact, I didn't believe you would play varsity the first year, but that's what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's proven to be a pretty daunting task for us. But we got some good young men, and they're coming along, so we're looking forward to it.
Has your philosophy changed any much when you bring in a bunch of new players like this? I mean, it's all new to you, just like it is to the players.
Yeah, I think our philosophy is just really trying to get them to play together, and you're trying to teach a lot more too, because a lot of them didn't play at their other school. Now they played, but they were either a freshman last year, some of them were 8th graders last year, most of them were JV players, and some of them didn't even really play. So for us, I feel like we kind of spend each week educating something brand new, like how to do a pregame, how to be ready for the game, how to prepare yourself. It's more than just X's and O's, and has been for the last 3 weeks.
Now you've coached in Colorado, you've coached in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Talk about the differences here being in Louisiana.
Football is football everywhere. Colorado probably has some California influences.
and the style of offense and defenses that are played. Pennsylvania's just good old-fashioned smash mouth. Everybody's a 4-3 with a big Mike linebacker in there, and you got to be, and he'll come and hit you in the teeth, and everybody runs the ball, and it's a little different style in the Northeast with the rain and the snow. So being back home in Colorado, it's fun to be around the excitement and how much people really want to be part of the programs and all that. So it's been fun for me to remember what it was like being a player here back in Calacatta in the 90s, and then now to see it and a couple of my sons being able to play in it. It's pretty neat to see.
So there's a lot you can take from the different parts of the country.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Implement here as well.
For sure. I think so. Like I said, there's a lot of influence in Colorado, Arizona, California, and how they play. It's more spread, kind of up-tempo offenses. And then, like I said, the Northeast is more of the old school smash mouth, the way football was kind of meant to be played back in the day.
I got to play junior college baseball in California one year, and it was an extremely different experience to play with some of those guys. The egos were big.
That's true too. And Colorado, high school football is big, but it's only big within the school. And when you're really good, it's big in the community and the state. But there's definitely more of that small community feel in Louisiana that it's hard to get in other places, which is why I think it's so big.
Are you developing a running offense or a passing offense? Or I know you'd like to be balanced, but being new with new players, it's a whole new thing.
More of a running style offense for us right now. We're kind of under center at times, running some good old fashioned option stuff. And we'll throw it around and spread and all that. But being so young, we want to be able to protect the quarterback, keep the clock rolling, manage the time as best as we can.
What has been the most difficult part of being an athletic director, head coach at a school that's a total startup?
The hardest thing is that everything is new and not everybody knows exactly what to do.
Or where to go.
Or where to go. So a lot of people are like, hey, let me know if you need any help. And I'm like, I will if I figure out where I need help. You know what I mean? So it's been an interesting task for that, but everybody has been really patient. We've made some good decisions, some bad decisions, and then we've had to do some stuff by the seat of our pants. And so I think it's been a great experience for me, learning, and I've enjoyed the heck out of it.
I would think the players are enthusiastic because they got to feel like, hey, this is all new. I'm not having to beat out somebody that was here last year.
Yeah, they are enthusiastic until mean old coach or somebody gets mad at them and they don't realize, hey, we're still trying to win here. Our goal isn't just to go play. We're trying to win some games, right? And beat and thrive, or anything is not really the goal. The goal is for us to get better because we're trying to lay our mark, and that'll be around way long after I'm gone and they're gone and everything else.
Have you had to switch positions, in other words, guy on offense or the defense?
A lot of that. A lot of just when we find a young man that can play at the varsity level, we're going to find a spot for him. Coaches have kind of moved around, and coaching. I went back to coaching linebackers on defense to help out, and so it's definitely been an all hands on deck.
How about a weight program? That's got to be tough too, because you didn't have a weight program in the offseason.
Yeah, well, most of them were working with their coaches, but the weight program is something that we have a lot of guys on staff. The weight room is something that we're going to take a lot of pride in. I love it. And so we've been pretty blessed in that. We have a wonderful facility for that. So from day one, we got in there and we've been after it.
Well, we look forward to talking to you during the season, and things have really changed up a bit with a new team in the league. The games are still 10 games. They still got a 10-game season.
Yes, sir.
So that's good.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Michael Schmidt.
Quality contractors use quality concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on quality concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come.
Everywhere we go, people want to know
who we are.
So we tell them, we're Cypress Roofing. Everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are, so we tell them, we're Cypress Roofing, we're Cypress Roofing.
Call us today for your free evaluation.
Josh?
Call today, 225-450-5507.
Rhino Tint has professionally installed window tinting. They use top quality window tint film which carries a lifetime warranty. Feel free to wait in our lobby while your tint is being installed. Rhino Tint in Sanama.
St. James Nursery in Gramercy is your headquarters for your landscaping needs. They have plants, shrubs, and trees available, including palm trees. See Patrick or Denise Wagisback. Call them 869-5254. Gronyard's Furniture on Railroad Avenue in Donaldsonville has been backing area teams for over 60 years. For all your furniture and appliance needs, visit Gronyard's at 622 Railroad Avenue in Donaldsonville. Phone 473-8532. Pedrine's Portable Buildings invite you to visit their new location on the Airline Highway in Prairieville. Pedrine's offers free estimates, free delivery in surrounding areas, and setup. We do workshops, outdoor kitchens, even snowball stands. Pedrine's Portable Buildings.
When you're serious about appliance repair, call Hitman. They offer reliable professional repair for a wide range of household and commercial appliances. They'll have you back up and running in no time. Hitman Services. Ernest Martin Incorporated is owned and operated by Bud and Sean Martin. Their 9 trucks deliver sand, clay, and limestone for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Ernest Martin Incorporated. Since 1970, we're in it for the long haul. Bro Welding and Industrial Supply prides themselves on same-day delivery. Customer service is our #1 priority. They deliver on time, every time. Bro Company, serving the area for over 30 years. On the web at broco.com. Sanama Muffler and Brake has been serving the Sanama area for many years doing exhaust work, brake, tune-ups, air conditioning, and general auto repair. Call Sanama Muffler for all of your repair needs. 644-2564. If you've been in an accident, Guillory's Collision Center will assist you to obtain a rental car with your insurance company and cut through all the red tape. They're honest people that care about your total satisfaction. Call Guillory's today.
Diaz Tire and Auto Repair invites you to shop with them in Gonzales and the Highway 42 Prairieville location. Bring your school ID and get $5 off oil, lube, and filter. Diaz Tire, Airline Highway Gonzales, and Highway 42 Prairieville.
For your next party or get-together, don't forget the ice. Pick up or order from a locally owned company. Bateman's Ice of Sanama. They deliver and supply storage boxes too. Bateman's Ice. The clink makes the drink.
Welcome back once again. We're going to talk Bulldogs football now with Letcher head coach and athletic director Dwayne Jenkins. And good to see you again.
It's nice to be here. Always good to come and visit with y'all.
You had a game with Slidell and you won that one. Let's see, I think it's 28-12.
28-12. It was. I think we got lucky. Got to be the team that gets to play in the rain the whole night. Friday night. Seems like everybody's film that I saw, everybody I talked to at least had a little break in the weather. It was forecast for it to be the lightest rain of the day between 7 and 10 on Friday in Letcher, and it ended up being the heaviest rain that we saw all day long. So it came down on us pretty good. But we didn't play very well, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But what I told our kids after, that's a program type win when you find a way to win the game when you don't play your best, especially on one side of the ball. We scored in all 3 phases of the game. We returned a kick for a touchdown. Our defense recovered a fumble for a touchdown. We scored 2 on offense, and really overcame some tough situations as far as the weather went, and really just overcame some bad play on the offensive side of the ball.
Do you change your game plan much because of the weather? In other words, if the weather turns really bad and it wasn't that bad during the week, it
had an impact on what we were able to do. We thought coming into the game, one of the strengths that we had against Slidell was some of our athletes, especially on the perimeter, our receivers. We've got a lot of experience there. We thought those guys had some favorable matchups that we might have been able to take advantage of. We also thought a big part of our game was going to be play action and screen game, and those things kind of went away because of the conditions. And then the other thing that kind of came into play with it a little bit on the offensive side is we returned open kick for a touchdown, so we had the lead. We were playing with the lead, played a little bit more conservative on the offensive end, especially when we were pinned down deep, not to lose the game, not to give Slidell some momentum. And we turned the football over 3 times. So we had 3 fumbles, and that all kind of played into that fact.
Still came up with 28.
Yeah, we really got a great performance from a couple of players, especially our nose guard, Caden Parquette. He's a junior. he was dominant. He had 13 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss. He blocked the extra point. He deflected a pass. He did everything except for cooked the jambalaya and served the hamburgers during the game.
That's a career in one game.
So he was dominant, and we expect a lot out of Caden. Caden's a 3-year starter for us at nose guard. He started the last 3 games for us in 2022 when we made the run to the state championship. We had an injury. He stepped in as a freshman, started the quarterfinals, semifinals, and state championship game, and really just kind of picked up where he left off last year.
During the season, are there games or times where a player just steps it up that surprises you? You didn't expect that from that player?
Well, I think you always going to have those cases, and a lot of times as kids that you kind of believe it's in them. You believe that they have that potential to do it, but you just haven't seen it yet. A lot of times it's a younger kid that's getting the opportunity to step up. Caden's probably been in that role earlier in his career, but now it's expected of him as a 3-year starter. But there's times when you get those performances. I can think of one right now who's a senior for us right now. He had a good game Friday. He made 2 explosive plays on offense for us. Trenton Cheney, he's a UL commit as a slot receiver athlete. But as a sophomore, his sophomore year was 2022. We were making a run to the state championship. That team was really based around Lunch Winfield. Lunch had a high ankle sprain in the first round of the playoffs, but he was able to play in the second round, but he was going to be limited. We were playing a good St. Martinville team, and Trenton goes out there and runs for over 200 yards, returns the kicks for almost for a touchdown, and really kind of had his breakout game. And that was kind of one of those performances that you're talking about, a kid that kind of grows up during the season and has that big-time performance.
I would think you could also see the confidence level increase in a player
No doubt. When you have a kid that's talented, sometimes he just needs something good to go his way. And once that happens, it kind of lifts a weight off his shoulders.
Like a defensive back gets a pick, boy, after that,
you kind of see it's a relief. Some of these kids have a lot of pressure on them to perform at a high level and really need something good for them to happen. And once something good happens, you can kind of see that pressure kind of come off, and then they can perform. And then they can perform, and you see that confidence go up.
What does your practice schedule change during the year at all, or do you maintain pretty much the same?
No, we pretty much have a pretty good routine that we kind of stick in. We were probably the first staff to kind of go to this kind of new age that everybody's talking about. We're normally early in the year, we might be full pads on Mondays, but that'll eventually go to shells. And then we shells on Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays we the helmet kind of walkthrough team. And we started that, our staff, in 2014 when we were at St. James. It was some research that we did working with Booth Schexnayder, who was a longtime assistant track coach and Olympics jump coach at LSU. And Booth's a St. James alum, and when I was there, we were able to build and develop a relationship. And one of the days we were talking around, eating lunch, kicking around practice plans and what's the best way to get people to perform at their best, and was football, the way football is doing it, the best way. And we think the Olympic training model, it talks about taking a day off and then ramping your body back up for that performance. And we've kind of adapted that and have gone with it now for almost 10 years.
The coaching at various levels and at various places, how has that changed you as a coach?
I really think sometimes it's the depth, and I think one of the things that maybe I've benefited from is sometimes understanding when you have that lack of depth, and understanding, even though we're at Lutcher, we do have good participation, we have good enrollment. Sometimes you might only have 25 to 30 guys that are really ready to play on Friday nights. So that makes it something that you have to be able to manage. Sometimes you have to have some of your better players go both ways. And that's just one of the things that you have to learn how to pace those guys, get them to learn how to practice at an intensity level so they can perform on Friday nights, playing 75-80% of the snaps in the game.
And there's a big difference in being hurt and being injured.
Oh, that's always one of the keys there, and one of the keys that you have to really get through, and that's one of the reasons for our practice schedule, is if you want to win on Friday nights, you better be at 100%. So you better have all your best players available to play. You don't want to beat them up or have them too worn out from during the week because you need those guys on Friday nights.
Yeah, because a guy can be hurt but still play, but not play as well.
Right,
and then you don't want it to aggravate it to make it an injury where
it's always a fine line that you have to walk. We're hoping to get a couple of guys back that's been out for us so far. We haven't had the opportunity for those guys to get on the field for us this year. but that's always the tedious line that you walk, especially when you're not a deep football team, is you can't afford to have injuries at key positions.
Do you work a lot with the quarterbacks?
I work all the time. That's the position I coach on our staff. I still do coach a position, even though I'm the head coach. And I do call plays, but I do work with the quarterbacks every day.
How many quarterbacks do you like to keep? 3?
We normally have 3 year in and year out. Sometimes we have 4. Sometimes we have 2. We did that a couple years ago because of injury. We went through the whole year in 2022 with 2 quarterbacks. That's always a scary deal when you work in that way. This year we have a senior, we have 2 sophomores, and we got a young kid that's trying to learn the position right now. So we actually have 4 right now.
Quality contractors use quality concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on quality concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come. Go with the best. Go with quality concrete. Call or scan this code today for a free estimate.
The UPS Store is not just a shipping store. We're the shipping store. The Leave the Packing to Us store. The We Understand this is more than a package store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. The Peace of Mind store. We're the right around the corner. Go to We Ship It All store. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. When we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So find your local store today and ship with confidence.
Gronyard Furniture and Appliance has top name brands like Ashley, Sealy, Lazy Boy, Maytag, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Toshiba, KitchenAid, Stearns & Foster, Serta, Speed Queen, and more. Gronyard's in Donaldsonville.
Diaz Tire and Auto Repair invites you to shop with them in Gonzales and the Highway 42 Prairieville location. Bring your school ID and get $5 off oil, lube, and filter. Diaz Tire, Airline Highway Gonzales, and Highway 42 Prairieville.
For your next party or get-together, don't forget the ice. Pick up or order from a locally owned company. Bateman's Ice of Sanama. They deliver and supply storage boxes too. Bateman's Ice, the clink makes the drink.
Hey folks, Craig at DeLone Supermarket with my main man Rod. We just want to let you know that we sell certified Angus beef, fresh produce, deli. Check out our Facebook ad at DeLoneSupermarket.com for our specials, and thanks for watching Sports Scene.
St. James Nursery in Gramercy is your headquarters for your landscaping needs. They have plants, shrubs, and trees available, including palm trees. See Patrick or Denise Wagisback. Call them 869-5254.
Rhino Tint has professionally installed window tinting. They use top quality window tint film which carries a lifetime warranty. Feel free to wait in our lobby while your tint is being installed. Rhino Tint in Sanama. Industrial Marine Valve is proud to support local athletics. They offer valve, pumps, and repair services. They're located at 715 South Sunny Avenue in Gonzales. Phone 644-9220.
Diaz Tire and Auto Repair invites you to shop with them in Gonzales and the Highway 42 Prairieville location. Bring your school ID and get $5 off oil, lube, and filter. Diaz Tire, Airline Highway Gonzales, and Highway 42 Prairieville.
Trash Rangers is a locally owned and operated company. Call them for residential service, roll-offs, and front-load dumpster. Their flat rate charge has no hidden fees. Call 225-363-9053.
Welcome back to Brewbachers, everyone. We're ready to talk St. James football now. The Mighty Wildcats head coach Levante, did I say it right? Davis.
Levante.
Okay, I got it right. Okay, I apologize for that.
That's fine.
Well, you had a good game against East St. John, 20-0. You had a shutout and you got 20 points. You got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, especially with the inclement weather. So we were pleased with the outcome and the effort of our kids and our coaching staff.
When you get a shutout at any level, that's a big plus for a football team.
Absolutely.
And you scored 20, so. Was there anything that concerns you most coming out of that game?
The biggest thing was just, again, by playing in that type of weather, we wanted to, pray that we come out healthy, and we did that.
The bar has been raised pretty heavy over the years at St. James. I mean, that's been a traditionally very strong football.
Yeah, going all the way back to Coach Rick Gailey, He's setting the standard, going Coach Robert Valdez, who in recent 2019 won a state championship, and now we're in the present time with myself at the helm.
Do you feel any pressure from that, or do the players feel any pressure from that?
No, we just take it day by day.
What about your practice schedule? Does it change during the year very much, or do you pretty much keep what you keep the first week?
We try to be consistent and taper down towards the end of the season.
Tell me about your background, since I don't know much about you.
Okay, from New Orleans, on the West Bank of New Orleans, a graduate of L.B. Landry High School. Attended Southern University of Baton Rouge, graduated from there. Started coaching at Estruma High School, then matriculated to Scotlandville, then transitioned to the River Parish as well. I'm now at a stint at West St. John, and now I'm at St. James High School now.
Looking at, I've got a few notes here. You got West St. John coming up, so you're taking care of the St. John's. Well, what can you tell us about West St. John?
Coach Thomas is getting the program back together. We're down for a little bit, getting his numbers back up. They look pretty good on film, so we're going to have to be prepared coming this Friday.
When you prepare, do you prepare each week a separate game plan, or do you try to stick with a running game or a passing game? I mean, what do you, I'm not trying to have you give away your secrets, but what kind of a mindset do you have going into each week?
Well, we always self-scout ourselves, and just to see what we need to improve on in all three phases. And of course, we look at each individual team. All of them present their separate problems.
Seniors, juniors?
We're young. We're young. We lost a lot from last year. This year, we only have 11 seniors with 5 starters.
Wow.
3 on defense, 2 on offense. So we're young at the quarterback position. We're young along the offensive line. We're 1 returning offensive line starting our center. And we have a senior at safety, a senior at linebacker, and a senior at cornerback that came back as starters from last year. So that's the makeup of our group right now. So we're young, but we're excited.
What part do you play the major role in? Is it offense, defense? Who do you coach more?
Well, I'm a defensive guy, but I hire guys for a reason, so I try to let them do their job. You know, I got a good staff, good group of guys, group of men around me that share my same vision. We're like-minded, so I allow those guys to do their job.
What concerns you most going into week 2?
Not necessarily concerning. Just want to preach to our guys that we have a 24-hour rule. That last week was last week. We're on the West St. John now, and just stay focused. Again, we're extremely young, so just the maturation and getting these guys the quality reps and experience that we need to continue to move forward. If that's
It's got to be a great experience for a head coach to watch a team grow, watch a player who maybe starts the year out a little timid, a little nervous, a little, won't give it his all right away, and then you see him grow and gain confidence.
Absolutely, that's part of it. That's one of the rewards of being a coach. You get to watch these young men grow and develop.
Some players, have you had a player or two step it up where he's playing a lot better than I expected?
Yeah, we actually had to make a move and start one of our young guys at the weak safety who actually played pretty good. So it was good to see him understand and pay attention and really execute the game plan.
And you see him make a mistake maybe in the first half that he corrects in the second half, right?
Yeah, we had a couple of those.
You don't want it to go the other way.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
You want to see the improvement and everything. What do you like to do? In other words, do you like to run the ball? Do you like to pass the ball? Do you like to have a combination of both?
Well, we like to be balanced. We like to be balanced, but you know, my philosophy is always you have to have the ability to run the ball as well as defend the run.
Yeah, and if you can do that, then the passing game becomes a little bit easier for you.
Opens up, yes, sir.
Opens up some things for you. You like a 3 wide receiver set? Is that
we're multiple. We run sometimes we'll come with a fullback, and sometimes we'll go spread with multiple receivers.
The fullback has not become the instrumental player that he was when I played back years ago. The fullback was a very important. Well, they're all important, but the fullback is kind of like diminished in value. It's like you got 2 running backs rather than a fullback and a running back.
Right, right.
The eye back thing is, you don't see that much anymore.
No, it's we call it evolution, right? You see it a little bit in the pros, but the F back we use he's pretty much attached to the offensive line.
Do you learn a lot by watching a college game or watching other film of other coaches? What they do, say, hey, that's not a bad plan. I'd like to try that play or whatever.
Yeah, every now and again you'll see some things that you would try to implement, but again, those guys on Division I, you know, we don't have many of those flying around.
Well, I tell you what, we look forward to talking with you and during the season. Hopefully you make the playoffs and keep that tradition going at St. James.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
There's a time we all know is coming, but nobody knows just when. If you don't have a plan or you don't understand how or where to begin, at church funeral services, we'll handle it all with care and passion. Church funeral services.
Brakes for Less is your new stop for quality car maintenance and repair. We'll beat any written estimate by 15%. That covers a wide variety of services, including brakes, tires, oil changes, tune-ups, suspension, shocks, struts, and air conditioning to keep the right temperature. Brakes for Less is dedicated to saving you money, and when you visit, you'll be as comfortable as possible while you wait. Stop by Brakes for Less in Baton Rouge on O'Neill Lane or in Gonzales on Airline, where we'll beat any written estimate by 15%. Guaranteed.
Monogramming Unlimited is just what it says. They do embroidery, silk screening, advertising specialties, awards, business cards, plaques, and sublimation. Call Monogramming Unlimited for all of your needs in Gonzales.
So you guys want to come over later? Oh, I'd love to, but Will's scheduled to catch the flu.
You can't really schedule your illness.
Yeah.
That's why we work around your schedule. Lake Urgent Care.
Terry's Express Lube is located on the Airline Highway, Gonzales. They specialize in oil changes and state inspections. Ask about regular or synthetic oil. They'll get you in and out in a hurry at Terry's Express Lube.
Hey folks, Craig at DeLone Supermarket with my main man Rod. We just want to let you know that we sell certified Angus beef, fresh produce, deli. Check out our Facebook ad at DeLoneSupermarket.com for our specials, and thanks for watching Sports Scene.
St. James Nursery in Gramercy is your headquarters for your landscaping needs. They have plants, shrubs, and trees available, including palm trees. See Patrick or Denise Wagisback. Call them 869-5254.
Rhino Tint has professionally installed window tinting. They use top quality window tint film which carries a lifetime warranty. Feel free to wait in our lobby while your tint is being installed. Rhino Tint in Sanamon. Industrial Marine Valve is proud to support local athletics. They offer valve, pumps, and repair services. They're located at 715 South Sunny Avenue in Gonzales. Phone 644-9220.
Diaz Tire and Auto Repair invites you to shop with them in Gonzales and the Highway 42 Prairieville location. Bring your school ID and get $5 off oil, lube, and filter. Diaz Tire, Airline Highway Gonzales, and Highway 42 Prairieville.
Trash Rangers is a locally owned and operated company. Call them for residential service, roll-offs, and front-load dumpster. Their flat rate charge has no hidden fees. Call 225-363-9053.
So you guys want to come over later? Oh, I'd love to, but Will's scheduled to catch the flu.
You can't really schedule your illness.
Yeah.
That's why we work around your schedule. Lake Urgent Care.
That's going to wrap up this edition of the show, and hopefully you'll pick up your Sports Scene magazine all over town, and you can keep up with the teams just like we do here on the show.